It's beginning to look a lot like Yugioh Masterduel.
Welcome to another video, and a new pack is just released. That's why I'm back. And it's all got these nonsense cards, Bisjols, Manati, and we don't care about that. Because Konami has blessed us today, because they made Icejade Aegerine, not this one, wait, the other Aegerine. The other Aegerine got released. And other Aegerine, they made an SR. I was so ready for this to be a UR. Konami was going to scam us. But they didn't. And this card is amazing. It goes in every single water deck. It makes them all better. It goes in my favorite deck, Mermails. So we'll try that out next time. Today, we're playing pure Icejades with Icejade Aegerine Ran. And this card makes Icejades from mid-tier, you know, top tier in my hands, but it was mid-tier for real. Now, this is a legitimate good deck. Let's go watch some Icejades. Alright, now if you know my channel, you know I've played Icejades before, and Icejades was all about getting the Icejade lock. And we'll show you, it's basically a one-sided skill drain. We're going to start off by searching for the new boss, Icejade Ran Aegerine. What does it do? You discard a water or an Icejade card, not just a monster, Icejade card. It special summons itself, and it makes a token just like the Sword Souls, and you can use it to instantly Synchro 10. So we're going to start off with the Icejade Aegerine, alright? Now this also has another effect, which might come in handy later, we'll see. Opponent hitting us with the Ash Blossom. We're getting Ash Blossomed. That is okay. That is A-okay. Let's activate our Icejade Ran Aegerine. It will special summon itself and get us a token. And now we can Synchro Summon into the Icejade Gamir. Now this is an old card, but it wasn't really sensible to play it that much. But now it is, because we're playing pure Icejades with the Icejade Gamir. And if our opponent activates an effect, we can activate the Icejade in response, banish the card that activated, and we also, in addition, get to protect our monsters from being destroyed. So, opponent activating Imperm to force our Gamir, so we're going to activate in response, banish the Imperm, and our monsters can't be destroyed or banished by card effects this turn. It can still be destroyed by battle, but can't be destroyed by card effects. So, opponent trying to negate. The negate goes through, but the effect will linger and we will not be destroyable. Opponent playing Pearlies, top tier Pearlies. Got a little bit banned, but looks like opponent getting lucky. Delicious is at 2, so it's harder to find, but they found it anyway. Making the plump. We have no interaction, so we can't chain block their Pearly activations. Happy Memory. Not going for, well, we'll find out. Opponent also chaining the Pretty Memory, gonna eat it. And they're not discarding a card. They could choose on resolution to discard and summon another Pearly and make a second Pearly. But, you know, with my foreknowledge of the future, I know they do not do that. They just make the big plump. Big plump, keep a card in hand, go into a Noir. But the last card was a Street, so they prefer the Street. Street gonna eat up our beautiful card. All right, now, was that the smartest play? I think they should have gone for the little Pearly, the Perlili. They could have got the Happy Memory and searched for another card, and, you know, they could have eaten that. But you know what? Whatever, it's fine. Opponent's got an unaffectable Noir. They think they're the best. What is Icejades going to do? We're just Icejades. How can we beat unaffected Noir? Well, first off, we're going to shut off the Noir with our skill drain. Let's show how that works. Activate the Enion Cradle. Previously, we discarded this Cosmic Lore, but now we're going to show what it does. When there's a field spell in the field, we summon it, alright? Just summon it, alright? It's not even an effect that summons, it's an inherent summon. It's just on the field now. And opponent, you no longer can activate effects. Now, Pearly Noir is unaffected by activate effects, but Icejade Cosmic Lore's continuous effect is that monsters that opponent controls can only activate the effects the turn they're summoned, while we control the Enion Cradle. So opponent can't activate their Noir. And previously, the Enion Cradle field spell was the only way to get this lock going, but now the Icejade Ran Aegerine has a second effect. While it's equipped with an equip card, it's treated as Icejade C-Note Enion Cradle, which means we could just attach an equip card to it, and now it counts as the field spell, and now we can lock our opponent's effects, and they'll probably be super confused because they don't even know what's going on. And easily Icejades can equip cards because there's a bunch of Icejade monsters that equip. So now, we're going to get the full lock going, alright, because this only stops monsters that were summoned on a different turn, but what about monsters the turn they're summoned? Well, that's what the Icejade Curse is for. With Icejade Curse, an Icejade, and the Icejade C-Note Enion Cradle, We fully lock our opponents their skill drain. They can't activate monster effects the turn they're summoned. Can't activate the turn they're not summoned. So now we just got to clear this Noir, and we're golden. So opponent can't really do anything. We just got to wait till we draw the out to Noir, and I will tell you, we got the out. Opponent not reading, attacking with the Noir into our Cosmic Claw. Cosmic Claw has a continuous effect that if a monster battles, it loses 1,000 attack points during damage calculation. Noir is affected by this. Who knows how Yu-Gi-Oh's rules work? I would have said that probably doesn't, but Konami says it does. Now they're attacking the Aegerine. That's going to trigger the effect. Summon back the Ran. We can try and reduce, but for some reason the effect of the Cosmic Claw or the field spell to reduce does not work. That's, I guess, an activate effect. Opponent Noir can't activate, so they're like, fine, I'm going to go into Zeus with eight materials, sorry, so they can activate it 4 times. But opponent, you can't activate your Zeus because you're Icejade locked. You are not able to activate. Icejade Ran Aegerine goes back to the hand. And this is going to be super easy. We have a billion different ways we could clear this. We're going to search for Icejade Manifestation. We have a water monster. Opponent has a monster on the field or graveyard. Summon the Icejade Creation Aegirocasis. This one, you have it in hand. You can just, or graveyard, you can just attach it to a Icejade. So you attach this to your Icejade Aegerine, and it's the Cradle. So, you know, the lock, really easy to set up now. We're just going to go into Baran, pop the Zeus, get in for easy lethal, and opponent's Pearlies can't handle it. Unaffectable Noir is affectable. Alright, now if opponent left the Noir, you're probably thinking, hey, how do you out the Noir? Alright, we got the Underworld Goddess in the extra deck, so you just summon 4 monsters on the field, which we already had. You make the Underworld Goddess steal their Noir, and you know you're good, you get in. So opponent had nothing. We got him. Icejades, let's go on to the next game. If you like this sort of video, make sure to subscribe, because we'll be back with my favorite Mermails in the next video. I'm very excited. Alright, Mermails with the Aegerine, you discard your Dragoons, and you get a search for a Sea Serpent, and you make a level 10. It's just like the ideal start. Opponent is playing something with their Kashtira sleeves, and you know they're playing Pot of Desires, and they bricked, so you know it's Kashtira. Let's activate our Icejade Cradle. Opponent, of course, has a handful of hand traps that do not start their place. Just firing off the Maxi. All right, well we're gonna give it a try anyway. Oh, opponent also firing off this Preparations, but that's not gonna do anything. This is negated, so we don't get to search. We do have the Manifestation, but the Manifestation only works if we have a monster. So we're gonna triple tactics, try and pot a Greed mode. Opponent already used their Ash, but opponent also has Solemn Judgment, paying 4,000 life points to negate the activation. So we don't really have anything else to do here. 2 copies of the Cradle, don't really usually want to draw all these. And the Manifestation, not activatable when we don't control water. So playing this at 1, bit of an awkward hand, but we're going to set Imperm, pass. Opponent obviously still bricking. Draw a Maximum C, alright, fine, we will pass. Activate Max C in the standby phase. Opponent has the Call By, negating the Maximum C. Alright, we're still in Bricktown, but opponent chaining the Preparations. I don't know why they changed it. They could have just waited and summoned him with his own effect. That's fine. Kashtira Unicorn on field. Now we're going to be careful. Wait till the Kashtira activates its effect to search for a spell. And we're going to negate, stop them from doing their plays. They were going to search for the Kashtira spell that summons another Kashtira with a different attribute, and then go full combo. So we're going to negate that. Opponent is still bricking. Preparations negated. Getting in for 25. Alright, now, top deck time. Let's draw. A Cradle. Okay, Cradle activate. This is not once per turn, by the way. Not hard once per turn. Get the Aegerine, regular old Aegerine. Gonna activate. Search for the Curse, and we're get cursing. Because we got the Icejade Manifestation to special and Icejade from the deck. Opponent gonna banish from our extra deck. How rude. They looked at our extra deck and they're like, I'm gonna take away your Gamir. So if you're playing this deck, you're gonna have to have 2 copies of the Aegerine, because I was only playing a 1 and I got by the stupid Kashtiras. Let's activate Icejade Manifestation. Summon the Icejade Ran Aegerine from the deck and Synchro Summon a Baran. Alright, now you're thinking, hey, Baran, okay, you know, that's great, but opponent's gonna have life points left. Can't you do anything better than that? Oh, yes, we can. Let's activate Enneon Cradle. Because we searched for the Icejade Ran Aegerine, we can add it back to our hand with the Cradle when it's activated. And now, Aegerine can activate, discarding the Cradle, which is an Icejade card, to summon itself and make the token. And now we can make another level 10. synchro, but also we can make a Marincess Coral Anemone and summon the Icejade Aegerine Ran back into the deck, because we would have liked to make our nice, beautiful Icejade Aegerine Ran, but opponent banished it, which is very rude. So we couldn't synchro summon it. But now we have an Icejade on the field. We got the Curse. We got the Cradle. Opponent's monsters cannot activate their effects. But it doesn't matter, because we're going to pop their back row. Opponent firing off Nibiru here. Very nice. Negate. Negate the Nibiru. Icejades are protected from your silly nonsense meteor. Nonsense meteor is no good. And let's get in with Icejade Aegerine Ran. Their attack was reduced by the field spell. Burn them with the Curse. Hit them for lethal with Coral Anemone. Beautiful. Icejade win versus Kashtiras. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. Now, most of the time, you're going to want to set up your nice little Icejade lock. Opponent going first. And it's just Brick City today. Everyone's playing brick decks, I guess. Firing off the Maxi in our standby phase. That's fine. You know, we don't need to summon. Let's just set up Icejade lock. Icejade Curse. Icejade Cradle. We're going to fire off the Aegerine. You know what? You know what? Okay, look. Maybe I'm getting greedy. But I'm like, if the opponent's got nothing, we can just push for lethal. Let's show how you do it. Icejade Ran. Summon the Coral Anemone using the token. And our Icejade. Resummon the Aegerine. Synchro 10 into the Gamir. And we're going to activate that Anion Cradle. Get our Cosmoclore. Summon it in defense mode. And because we have our Icejade Creation Kingfisher in the hand, we can attach it, and then this can attack, our monster on the field can attack, using its defense as its attack. So that's going to be 3,000, 3,000, 2,000. That's lethal damage. 8,000 damage. Opponent have to have nothing though, and opponent has the Book of Moon. So we gave our opponent a lot of cards. But opponent is under the Icejade Curse lock. Their monsters can't activate. We have the Icejade Aegerine, and we got our opponent's life points nice and low. So we gotta hope that this is enough. Opponent, show us your moves. Activating the Flounderies and Magnificent Map. Now, I probably shouldn't. This is not really a threat, all right? Now, the threat in Flounderies, I realized after I activate it, right? Threat in Flounderies is this. They get this, they can probably find a way to tribute summon our monster, but I'm just gonna pop their map. Pop it. Pop the map. Activate in response to the effect. Gamir Aegerine banishes, and our monsters can't be destroyed by card effect. Opponents summon their bird, but they didn't realize that they're under the Icejade lock. They can't activate the bird. They got no more plays. Bird's bricked. Icejades, do it again. Let's go on to the next game. If you want to see the full Icejade deck list, I will have it at the end of the video. You let me know what sweet Icejade techs you're using the Aegerine Ran in. Opponent going first, activating reinforcements of the army and getting a Scareclaw. So opponent playing the new Manadiums with Scareclaws. So is this a Scareclaw deck or is it a Manadium deck? You tell me. This is the new lore. So we're going to fast forward things because opponent's about to wombo combo. We don't have any interaction, but on our turn we got Foolish Burial Goods, which can send an Ice Bear to the graveyard to search for the turtle. And turtle can turtle kaiju something. So we got some plays. We also got the Ran Aegerine and the Icejade Aegerine and the manifestation to summon from the deck. So we got options here. Opponent making a Baron and passing. So is that Manadiums? Manadiums is Baron pass? I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like I've seen other decks do this better. Alright. You tell me if Manadiums are good. Icejade Aegerine going to activate. Opponent firing off Max C. We drew a call by, so we are going to try and fight for the Max C. Opponent could negate, but they are choosing to keep the Baron. Alright. Baron negate still alive. Still alive. We are going to get that Cradle with the effect of the Aegerine, and we're going to fire off this Icejade manifestation to special summon an Icejade from the deck. That's going to fight. Baron going to fight the negate. They're going to negate. If they didn't negate, we could synchro into a 10 with a level 7 tuner, so probably a good choice to negate that. Now we're going to fire off Foolish Burial Goods, send an Ice Bear to the graveyard, activate Ice Barrier, and we're going to fetch the Cosmoclore. Cosmoclore in the hand. Let's activate the Icejade Aegerine Ran. Get the token, activate the Anion Cradle, get the Cosmoclore, Coral Anemone on the field, And we're going to get the Aegerine. And this was, this is an early one, all right? Still learning. I could have gone into a Synchro 10 here. But I was like, you know what? Let's clear everything. Let's clear everything. Make the World Sea Dragon. Now, because we're locked into waters, because of the effect of the Coral Anemone, we're going to banish all the cards on the field, and then their monsters are not water, so they don't return. So we clear the Baron, clear the Scareclaw. We get to attack them for 25, and we still got the Cosmoclore. So hit the opponent, go to main phase 2. We're going to end the turn, set our Ice Barrier. Now, the reason we didn't summon Cosmoclore here is because Cosmoclore's lock only works the turn a monster is not summoned. So we can summon it on our turn if our field spell lives, and that'll be, golden. We can negate all their monsters, basically. Opponent getting in Manadium to hand. Manadiuming the Rhymeheart, getting the Abscession, and opponent probably going to wombo combo again. So let's fast forward things. Getting a Reframing, which is an Omni Negate, but they have to have a Synchro monster. They're popping our Sea Dragon, so we're going to reduce the attack of their Vicious Astrolabe. And attacking with the Scareclaw for its defense points is going to get negated by our Ice Barrier, which is also going to let us search for another water. Opponent passing the turn, so in the end phase we're going to search, send the Ran Aegerine to the graveyard and get it back to hand. Now we could have also, opponent firing off that Max C, that is going to make things hard. We could have also got the Aegerine back from the graveyard and searched for the Icejade Curse, and then we could have curse locked them. But we got other plans. Let's activate the Ran, discard the Cosmoclore, get the token. Opponent just drawing cards with Max C. There's not really much we can do about this. We got to make some sort of play here. Get the Supreme Sovereign, pop the Vicious Astrolabe, except it can't be destroyed by battle. All right, look at me, not reading. Should have gone for the Scareclaw, but it's okay. Crossout Designate is going to be a trigger for the Supreme Sovereign. When a card gets banished, he banishes a card from field and graveyard, so hopefully we can fight through opponent's nonsense. Opponent summoning Manadium Meek and a Sprite Carrot, so they're playing everything. They're playing Sprites, they're playing Vsauce, they're playing Scareclaw, and they're playing Manadium. Are these all related decks? They don't seem like they're related to me, but maybe they're. Manadium coming back, and it's level 4. And this looks to me like a deck that wants to Synchro Summon. Alright, we saw they had that Omni Negate trap that they searched for earlier that cares about having a Synchro monster. So I'm like, let's pop their tuner and hope for the best. We're going to banish Triple Tactics in case opponent has that in hand. Banish the Manadium. Banish from the graveyard the Obsession, but opponent just summons a Sprite Jet from hand. And now they're playing Sprites. Sprite Smashers can easily banish our Big Chungus, but opponent also has Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel gonna banish our Big Chungus. We can get reduce the opponent's attack points, but opponent has so much bodies on board, they're just gonna keep wombo comboing, Excel Stardust, and this is easy lethal for them. Get back the Manadium, get a Dissipator, banish a bunch of cards to summon a monster from the extra deck. The Vsauce getting banished, and that is lethal damage. Opponent got us. All right, you know what? Maybe we could have played better. Maybe we can blame Max C. Let's go on to the next game. All right, one more game with the Icejades, and then we will go on to Sink or Swim. If you've been sending me Sink or Swims, I've been seeing them, and I'm going to start watching them. All right, we're going to get seeing what the sinks and what's the swims, and I don't know what sink or swims are going to happen, so it's as exciting for me as it is for you. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're terrible. Either way, we're going to have a good time. Opponent negating our Ice Barrier effect to search. We're going to fight for it. We got Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave, negate the Ash Blossom. I would very much like to search. Opponent also triggering our Tactics talent. By ashing us, Talents is now live. Ash Blossom negated. Ice Barrier. Send the Icejade Aegerine Ran to the graveyard. Let's activate Talents, and we got two modes, alright. We could Pot of Greed, or we could Thoughtseize, and I'm going to Thoughtseize today. Take a peek at the hand. Opponent. The good thing we took a peek, alright. Opponent has Nibiru. They got a Circular, and they got a Firewall Defensor. They also have this Crossout Designate, which isn't going to do much. So what are we going to take back? We're going to take back this Circular, so opponent has no starter in the hand. I mean, they technically do have a starter, but it's not as good as Circular. Let's get the Icejade Ran on the field, Synchro Summon, and we're not going to summon 5 times. We're just going to make this Gamir Aegerine. We're going to activate the Cradle, get back the Aegerine, so next turn we can set up the Curse Lock. Pass to the opponent. Opponent, what can you do? Activating Imperm, that is what they drew, but they're choosing to not negate the Aegerine. They're just choosing to negate the other Aegerine. They're all named Aegerine. Maybe they should have come up with a different name for these cards because it's kind of confusing. We got Regular, we got Ymir, and we got Ran. Alright, that's the names now. We got Ran is the new one. Opponent negating, that's going to trigger the regular to summon the Ran from the graveyard. Opponent summoning Link Karibo with the Firewall Defensor, that's going to summon from the deck the Firewall Phantom. And they're going into Splash Mage and Splash Mage. There they go, adding the Kodak to hand. Splash Mage is going to activate, and when they activate the Splash Mage, we are going to respond with the Ymir. Ymir going to banish the Splash Mage, and opponent won't be able to Link Summon. They use their normal, so they got nothing left. Nothing left to link into, and opponent is done. Icejades Icejaded it up through opponent's interruption. Got him through the Nibiru. Let's go on to Sink or Swim. Alright, on to Sink or Swim. We got a replay sent to us by the Slayer, and we're playing Water Hazard with Penguins. I'm already in love with this. We got Penguins, we got Icejades. We got Terraforming now banned, so this was pre-Terraforming ban. And we got Water Hazard. Let's see what nonsense is going on in this terraforming world where everyone has terraforming. It was a better place, alright? I miss terraforming. I think terraforming is fine. Opponent playing Goaties. This is a great matchup, alright? We got Goaties versus Penguins. Opponent banishing the Snopios to get a Ixeep. No fish in the graveyard, though. Ixeep going to get summoning. Opponent Abyss Sharkin. Giving us cards with a max C. Summoning the Leaf Fish, going to send to the graveyard the Shift going to activate in the graveyard. They're going to make an Abyss Dweller. Just given so many cards here. Abyss Dweller, going to turn off the graveyard. This must have been Tier Limits meta. And we got Shift coming back. Alright. Opponent activating Dweller. Max C chained in response to, draw so many cards from Max C. Alright. Now, we always decide if this is a Sink or a Swim, right? Is this a good replay or a bad replay? So, impress me with the Penguins, because you just drew 15 cards with Max C, so you better impress me right now. Water Hazard activating. Opponent going to fire off their Goatee right now. Making the Monoceros. Not even activating. Opponent with the Fish. Fish. We activate an effect. They shuffle a banished fish, Sea Serpent or Aqua Monster into the deck. Negate and destroy. So Leaf Fish negated and destroyed. Opponent with the Fish. Love it. I never put Fish in my deck, but every time I see it resolve, it makes me wish that I played it. You let me know if you got a deck with Fish that I should play. Distant Deepest Depths in Prismatic. Very nice. Gonna get that Prismatic Paces. Now, don't tell me you spent 1 billion gems to get all Prismatic Goatees. If that's what this is showing me, then I'm impressed. Alright, Icejade Aegerine. Getting summoned. Searching for another manifestation. And we're Synchro summoning Penguin Brave. We are really committed to the Penguins. I love it. Face down summoning a Nightmare Penguin. Go into battle. Pop in the Abyss Dweller. And we just have so many cards from the Max C. We penguin them, but did we really penguin them? Did we really? Or did we hit him with Max C and we got so much value we could summon a couple penguins? Opponent, Synchro summoning into Arion Post. The fish fight back, but we're activating Penguin Brave, flipping our penguin. The Penguin Nightmare face up, and that is going to pop. Opponent banishing the Snopios. Arion Post getting popped. Snopios banishing to come back to the hand. There's 1 billion fish in the graveyard. But what can one Snopios do? Well, it can banish fish from the graveyard so that they come back during the next turn. And Synchro Summon. That is what fish do. Pace is coming back. Shift coming back. We're activating the manifestation. Opponent Snopiosing. Are they going to go for the full field wipe? Full field wipe versus Penguins? We got to go for the Deep Beyond, Goatees. You got to go for the Deep Beyond. They're activating. They're Synchro summoning. There's nothing we can do except wait. Synchro summon into the Azcan. Azcan gonna banish from the field the Penguin. Penguin is gone forever. Azcan coming back. And are we gonna hold? Are we going to hold or are we going to do it right now? We're doing it right now. Synchro summon into the deep beyond. Banish everything. Everything is banished. Banish everything. And the most decent deepest depth is gone as well because we don't control synchro anymore. Oh, but the manifestation saw an Icejade leave the field by an opponent's card effect and lets us banish a card. So we banished their distant deepest depth with the Icejade manifestation. All right, something to know. All right, this card, maybe we should be playing it at more than one. I'll play in the... Check out my deck list for the Icejades. I'm only playing it at one, but maybe we should play more than one. Icejade Chanola discarding to add draw card. We're getting the Enoch to the hand. We're tagging into the Great Emperor Penguin somehow. I don't know what is happening. Tributing itself to summon 2 penguins. Summoning Arion Post. The penguins and fish work so well together. Banishing Schiff, and now we're the Goaty deck. We're Goaty Penguins. Opponent, can you fight the Arion Posts? Pace is coming back. Schiff coming back. Opponent's Pace is coming back. Opponent's Schiff coming back. Opponent's Deep Beyond coming back. Oh, no Schiff. They got no Schiff. Beautiful Princess. Coming to the field. Are we going to hit him? Are we going to hit him with our own Deep Beyond? Synchro summon the White Aura Whale. White Aura Whale going to pop. Opponent, why did you summon this in attack mode when you knew the whale was coming and the whale missed the timing? Alright, whale always misses the timing. We activate a whale in response to another effect. The whale doesn't activate. Very sad. Alright, whale missing the timing. This is Konami's fault. It's fine. We're going to synchro summon. We're going to make it look like it wasn't a mistake. Synchro summon the Deep Beyond. Now our water hazard is gone. We won't be special summoning any water monsters from our hand anymore. But we do get a nice Paces. Opponent. All your monsters are gone, but Deep Beyond is coming back. Both Deep Beyonds are coming back, and I think they're going to be the same size. Winter Cherries. How can we afford to play Winter Cherries in a deck that is Goaty Penguins? What do we have in our extra? We have Mathmech, Geomathmech Final Sigma. Oh, and this was Tearlaments days. All right, we're banning Tearlaments. All right, that makes sense. Back in the old days when you wanted to ban Tearlaments, you'd play Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries and banish their Kick Kalos. They could get it back though. Opponent tying us with the Go to the Deep Beyond, but we're Raigekiing, and there's no Synchro 12, so Deep Beyond is gone, and this is lethal Goaty damage. A very nice Goaty versus Goaty matchup. True Chad plays. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this not lethal? Opponent, Snopios, getting back the Zep. Why aren't we firing off this ghost? Hold on a second. Can we fire this off? If opponent controls more monsters than you do. Okay, no, we cannot. How did we not use this in the Goaty mirror? I guess we only just drew it. Opponent, summoning the White Aura Whale, and they're not missing the timing. They're popping all our monsters. Is there anything we can do? Is there anything we can do? No, I don't think so. I think we're popped. I think we're popped right now. Who knows what's going to happen next? How do we come back from this? We got the Lifeless Leaf Fish on the field. Icejade Chanola activating in the graveyard. When a water monster is destroyed, you can banish this card, special summon an Icejade monster from your hand or graveyard. What are we getting? Alright, Icejade save us. Icejade Aegerine. Getting the manifestation. Manifesting. Level 10 Synchro. It's the Big Chungus. Big Chungus is here. Triggering the Big Chungus by banishing a card from our graveyard. We're getting the Snopios, and that is going to banish a card from the field and the graveyard. And then we're going to win. And then this duel will be over. Opponent getting banished. And now we're going to get it for lethal damage, and this game is done. Let's go on to the deck list. But first, you know what? The Slayer, get yourself a swim. Alright, here is the Icejade deck list that I was using today. We got triple Maxi, we got 2 Ash Blossoms, we got triple Aegerine regular, we got 1 Acti, we got 1 Tremora, we got, 3 Tremoras, 1 Aedrocasis, triple Ron, 1 Kaiju, 1 Kingfisher, 1 Cosmoclore, 1 Nibiru, Raigeki, Feather Duster, Foolish Barrelgits to search for almost all of our Icejades, Lightning Storm, triple Tactics Talent at 1, triple Cradle, which is great now, because Cradle is Ron. So that's why I'm very excited to play this in Mermails. We got 6 copies of this. We also got the Manifestation. We got 2 copies of the Cradle. We got triple Curse. We got 2 Call Bys, 1 Designator, 2 Ice Barriers, and the Imperm in the extra deck. We got God Slime, who we can make by reducing our Cosmic Lore's attack to 0. We got the Dragite. We got Barondafleur. We got Supreme Sovereign, Icejade Aegerine, Psychic and Punisher. Final Sigma, who we can make quite easily with our level 7 Synchro. 5 plus 7 is 12. And how do we make Psychic and Punisher? 7 plus 4 is 11. That's why we have this one Acti. We also got a Nightmare Phoenix, Coral Anemone times 2, IP Masquerena, Nightmare Unicorn, Access Codes, World Sea Dragon Zeolantis, and the Underworld Goddess, who we can use to get rid of things that are problems, alright? Like Unaffectable Noir. I hope you liked the video. Hope you liked the deck list. Let me know what you think. If I'm missing some secret Icejade text I should know about. I know there's Icejade cards I'm not playing in here, like the Icejade Trap that negates. I just don't think it's that good. I'm also only running 1 Manifestation. You let me know if you think extras are good. Also, the Icejade Creation and the Kingfisher. Do we need these? Can we cut them? What do you think? You let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.